Hi guys, Alice Taylor down at Lytham Golf Academy, and today I'm going to test whether I should be putting a 2-iron or a 5-wood in my bag. Right guys, so the 2-iron 5-wood debate, something I have quite a bit with myself, and some of you guys out there might be quite similar, that you might kind of like the idea of the long iron, you know, that piercing flight, but like the idea of maybe the higher, softer landing fairway wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 5 tee shots on a short par 4 with each, see which is the better one for finding the fairways, and then I'm going to hit a second shot into some par 5s, and again see which club out of the 2-iron and the 5-wood becomes most versatile. Right then guys, so I've got the TAYLORMADE M3 in the 5-wood, so just set standard 19 degrees, 10 side blue stiff, and I've got the TAYLORMADE UDI P790 2-iron, again in hazardous 6.0. So I'm on the second hole at the Brabazon, 363 yards, and there's some bunkers up the left at about 270, which certainly will be in range for driver, but probably with these wouldn't quite be in range. So I'm going to hit 5 shots from the tee with 5-wood, then with the 2-iron, see which is the best one for finding the fairways. Then we're going to move on to par 5, hit some approach shots. So 5-wood off the tee. Now predominantly, not something I hit a lot of fairway woods from the tee, but we're going to hit it. I'm expecting just turn this over a little bit. So down the right edge, get the ball turning. So very, very high. Accuracy wise, looking pretty decent. Got underneath that one a touch, but in play. Okay, so first shot, not great, and it's always probably the thing I worry about a little bit with lofted fairway woods is about how actually high I hit them, even off a very, very small tee. But the idea there was to get that in play. So first one, objective achieved. So that felt a better strike. Just setting off down that right side, not turning, so just hanging out to the right. And again, I think it depends where you play as well. I mean, I play a lot of my golf down at St Anne's Old Links, pretty windy, so I'm not always sure that that really high ball flight is helpful. Again, felt pretty solid. That one turning over a little bit more. Again, just off the left edge. So, I mean, so far the first one was in play, but wasn't a great strike, so would have left me a slightly longer shot. But from the fairway, you can hit any club you want. Have to say, not as comfortable with 5-wood sat up on the tee. I felt a little bit out the toe, and again turning over a little bit too much. So certainly so far, 5-wood not looking a great option for me with tee shots. But let's go one last one, try and get this one in play. Always hope if the ball stays on the tee for me to begin with. Okay. Last one, M3 5-wood. So felt a really good strike. Just needs to keep coming. No. Okay guys, so only 1 out of 5 in play with 5-wood. And like I said there, not overly comfortable with how that kind of sits, and not particular lover of that ball flight. So I'm going to switch into the UDI 2-iron, which I think straight away I prefer the look of behind the golf ball. But we have to see, do I get better results with it? Now that just felt like I've just left that one out to the right. Oof. Nearly hit the fairway. That was just not a great contact. So probably not going to shape this quite as much as 5 would, so go a little bit straighter. And then I have drawn that one. Okay, so still nothing on the fairway. Possibly we're saying here, should just hit driver as far as I can and deal with it from there. But certainly the 2-iron felt better with that second shot. So that felt really, really solid. Definitely a flatter trajectory with 2-iron, but very, very good. Middle of the fairway. So again, good solid one. Starting down that, just inside the right edge. Turning over, that was absolutely perfect. And one final one with 2-iron. That's probably the best out of the lot strike wise. Maybe just going to run through the fairway. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Right then guys, so you can see certainly off the tee there, I mean I wouldn't say brilliant with either of them, but certainly I felt the misses were a little bit closer with the 2-iron. I much preferred the way it kind of sat behind the ball, and I just felt more confident of getting it in play with the 2 as opposed to the 5 wood. But let's move on to the par 5 now and see what those approach shots will be like. Right then guys, so we're on the 15th par 5. Have to use our imagination a little bit. I've hit the middle of the fairway off the tee. I've got just over 220 to the green, and the green's surrounded by bunkers. So in theory, this is where maybe that higher, softer landing flight might be beneficial. So again, we're going to go 5 shots 5 wood, then 2-iron. Certainly 2-irons, one off the tee, but let's see with approach shots how the 5 wood stacks up. So a little bit out to the right. So lengthwise, I think that would have been roundabout okay. Pins on the front as well, so to get this close, it's going to have to stop pretty quickly. So that one, maybe a touch low off the face. Again, it's a tiny target, but I would take that. That's a pretty good miss hitting into that flag. So again, 5 wood. Is it going to shape back enough? Didn't quite get that one. Again, by the edge of the green. So it is a very, very small target this, but let's try and work one in slightly the other way. Oh, just overcut that. Maybe just a couple of yards short. But certainly I think with this type of shot I can see the benefit of having that much higher flight in. Right, let's try and get this one close. Got to have a chance. Oh, just off the edge again. But probably get a putter at that, so that's fine. Okay, so 5 wood. Nothing on the green. Like I said, quite a small target from that range. But none of those really in any trouble. So, and certainly with them being very high and soft landing, that would make it quite easy. So my first couple, I'm going to hit normal shot with 2-iron, but thinking with that pin, this trajectory might be a little bit low. Right, so I've absolutely nailed that. You can see that's pitched just past pin high. So it's on the green, which is a great shot for me from that range, but definitely went in quite hot, quite low. So I'm going to try and hit this one in maybe a little bit left to right, and maybe a little bit higher. Don't think that's going to come back from over there. So didn't get that one. And that's not a great shot for me, that high cut. So let's go a little bit straighter with this one. So just leaking a touch to the right. And as with the 5 wood, that bunker very, very popular. Last couple with the 2 iron. All over it. Yeah, and I think for me, I suppose a little bit like with the tee shots, because I feel that I can influence the ball a bit better directionally with the 2 iron, I would probably just have to accept that if the pin's at the front and this is pitching on the green, might be hard for me to get it very close. So let's try and hit a big high cut into that flag. I don't think that's going to shape enough, maybe. Oh yeah. But you see, even with that cut there, quite a hard landing. Right then guys, so certainly for me a clear winner there. You know, 2 iron off the tee, 2 iron even on the approach shots worked much better for me. Having said that, I think I'm someone who doesn't necessarily struggle getting the ball in the air. So if you are somebody whose ball flight is a little bit on the low side, that's probably where the fairway wood will be more beneficial for you. Right then guys, so we saw there 2 iron versus 5 wood for me, no real comparison, much more consistent with the 2 iron. Just felt more confident over it, put better swings on it, hit more good shots. Like I said though, with everything, you need to get down. If you're having that dilemma, get down somewhere, get fitted, hit the club side by side and see what performs best for you. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.